I'm with Christel Mathelot just east of Perth at a native conservation nursery, and she's running composting trials using information from the Regen Ag space to supercharge the growth and development of the seedlings here. Christel, how are you, mate?
Good.
So Christel, you're finding out some fantastic things about composting from the Regen Ag space, and you're applying them to horticulture, and there's some really simple tricks and techniques that we can use to build our own low-cost composting system, because we've all got veggie gardens.
That's right. Well, come on, let's go and have a look.
Fantastic. So Christel, these would be compost bins that people would be familiar with, but you reckon there's a much more effective low-cost way of doing your compost?
Yes, these do cost a bit of money, but we've looked at wire and a cheaper alternative so everybody can do it on a low budget.
So Christel, you're going to take me through this. To begin with, we start off with some 8, 12, 15 stiff stay wire, and you've got about 4 metres laid out on the ground here. What have you put over the top of it here?
Okay, so that's a roll of, I think it's the tight mesh bird wire.
Okay.
It's about 900 high, and we've attached this so that, of course, the big particles won't fall out, and as it decomposes, the tighter wire holes will keep it all in.
Now you can either twitch that on with some wire as you've done here, or you could use a Jambro clip gun to attach it. Mm-hmm. Either way, you've got to have it routinely attached all the way along, don't you? Because it's under a bit of strain when these things get full.
It's over 1 by 1 cubic metres, so the downward pressure will pull the wire down if you don't attach it all the way up the top.
So Christel, there's only one measurement to remember, isn't it? We've got a 1200 high mesh, and we want to end up with a 1200 diameter circle.
Yep.
I'll take the log off here and start winding.
Yep, let's do it.
So Christel, just before we connect all this together, we're straightening out the middle panels of our line wires, just so that we don't end up with a love heart, we end up with more than a circle.
That's right. Once we start filling it up anyway, it will push it out, but it just allows us to connect it up easy.
All right, Christel, we've got our prefab mesh, and it's 1200 by 1200 high.
Yep.
What do we have to do to the ground?
Nothing. We just leave it bare so that the microbes and the worms come up from the bottom into the compost.
So we've got local microbes seeding the compost.
That's right.
We don't have to put any special pastes or formulations on this to make it work?
Yep, easy as.
Now notice you've got a bit of white pipe down there with no holes in it.
Yes. So this pipe here, I decided not to drill in because we use this as a chimney, which we'll stick right in the centre, like this. And this will create an oxygen chimney for the pile to recycle air through.
So Christel, a lot of people will be familiar with a white pipe in the middle of a compost pit with holes drilled in it. You don't drill holes?
No, because after about a month, the entire compost will settle in, and you can remove this pipe out, and then you'll still have the oxygen chimney at the centre of the pile. And then you don't have microplastics creeping into your compost, which is great.
So you don't go through this compost and stir it up or dig it over?
No, at about 3 to 6 months, we will flip it by unhooking it and restart the process for another 3 to 6 months.
Okay, and at which point you'll put this pipe in again to create another chimney?
Another one, yep. Right, so, all right, make yourself useful, Tim.
Okay. Well, it's nice to be useful.
You're doing a great job. Now just keep going.
Yeah, I will. But first I've got to ask a few questions. What ratio of brown to green are you using with this system?
Okay, so I do 50-50 the same. So
Right.
whatever, how much brown you put in is how much green. And you alternate backwards and forwards.
Now, Christel, it's not like you just to stop at an easy recipe for compost. You're getting into this a little bit more deeply, aren't you? You're starting to analyse the microbes that you're making with this simple system, and you've come up with some really interesting results so far.
Yeah, I've done home compost for many years, the old manure for my veggie garden. And I've looked at the microbes with my little microscope, and I initially have looked at this one, and I found very similar microbes. So it's really early days yet, and I want to get some professional advice on it. But at the moment, it seems like there's a similarity of the mechanisms of decomposition, no matter what the organic matter.
It's just this one's a little bit slower.
Yes.
RegenWA are running a workshop with you soon, and people can actually get in touch with you via the link in the description. Those are the words below this video, and they can click on that link if they're in the WA area.
Yeah.
Or indeed if they want to contact you and find out more about the work that you're doing in compost.
Sure.
Because you're taking this a whole nother level. You're planning now to do complete profiles of the microbes that you can find in this compost and compare them to natural systems.
Look, it's a long project, because of course this takes a while. So at the end of the project, we want to see the full nutritional profile of the compost left and the full biological profile of what's left. And then we'll use that to inform further rehabilitation projects.
Make good use of spare bits of stiff stay left over from your fantastic fencing jobs. And if you like this kind of video, don't forget, send it to someone who can get their compost on. Hit the subscribe button down below, give it a thumbs up, and get on to Christel through RegenWA in the link in the description. We'll see you with something else next week. See you guys.